What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Brownish Live with my beautiful and talented co-host Sasha Merci. Now,
Thank you. Thank you.
I refuse to call this one a Cinco de Mayo special because I feel like every person in their world always wants to wish you a happy Cinco de Mayo. You're like, I don't. What? That's not. It's not real. It's not a real holiday.
But you know what? That was always the time when me and my friends would go happy hour. And
Uh-huh.
like, there's so much happy hour in New York City. I mean, during the quarantine, obviously everything shut down, but we would just get so wasted knowing that tomorrow we had to go to work. But it was worth it. Cinco de Mayo.
Well, we've got a special guest today. I'm so excited. You know her from ABC's The Baker and the Beauty. Give it up for the very talented Lisa Vidal.
Hola!
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Thank you for being with us right now.
I'm so happy to be with you guys. I just got a little East Coast love feel. I remember the good old days of going out to the Irish bars. We used to go to the Irish bars.
Yo.
Cinco de Mayo, Irish bar.
That's so true. Definitely. So how are you holding up this quarantine?
Hi, Nana. I'm holding up. Just zooming, talking about my show, doing my own hair and makeup, dyeing my hair, dancing, eating, cooking, gaining some weight, walking, wearing masks and gloves, bicycle riding, arguing, fighting with my husband. What else you want to know?
I was like, everyone's quarantined.
So,
Right.
What are you doing to help you pass the time through quarantine?
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to get a lot of stuff done around the house. First of all, a lot of stuff that I don't pay attention to usually. I'm like, I'm too busy. I'm working. I can't do it. Avoidance. Yeah, I do that. So I'm doing a lot of that. A lot of freaking house cleaning. I'm over it. I don't mind cooking. I like cooking, but the house cleaning, laundry, I'm like, go. The machine's over there. Press the on button. And
I'm in the same boat. Where's this laundry coming from? We ain't going nowhere. How do we?
Exactly. I remember when I was growing up, mommy used to be like, "Lávate los pantalones en la mañana."
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, she ain't gonna be doing laundry. She gotta work at 9 to 5.
Right, yo no soy tu sirvienta.
Yeah.
Exacto. Aquí no hay maids ni nada. So, alte la cocina y todo eso. Anyway, yeah, I'm over it. So I don't know if you guys saw my little homemade sign. My daughter was like, "Mommy, did you make that sign when you were angry?" I was like, "Uh-huh." Yeah, I was angry. Can you tell by the words?
Yeah.
So now, what's the first thing you're gonna do once you get out of quarantine? Like everybody's got like for me, I need to getting back up on stage. Like I don't care if it's bad. I just want one out of the house.
Look, I'm afraid of myself when I get out of quarantine because I'm a hug people, even people I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I want to go out dancing. I want to go have a cocktail. I want to go have lunch. Yeah. I want to go visit friends. I don't know when I'll come back home, to tell you the truth.
Right.
I don't know when. I may stay outside. I'm so over it. Yeah. But also, I want to let you guys know that I'm also creating. It's a good creating time. Like I've got a few projects I'm interested in producing and some directing. So I'm working on that too. I'm being productive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about The Baker and the Beauty.
Yes.
Let's do it.
The fun show.
Thank you.
When you get the script, what's your first thought after reading that first script?
I'm like, Mari needs more lines. I need a bigger role. No. I'm always excited to get the scripts because the stories are so good. Like to me, where the characters are going, what they decide to do with each one of us and how they're going to create the conflict without making it caricaturish or stereotypical or unrelatable, which is never a problem, honestly, with our writers. It's amazing. We have a lot of Latinos in the writers' room. We had 98% Puerto Rican crew while we were shooting in Puerto Rico for 5 months. And the whole cast is Latinos, and the writers really give us a lot of freedom in the creativity. So immediately I just start to think, oh, what kind of juicy stuff can I add to this? Can I bring into Mari? What, it's exciting. It's exciting to be part of something that's written so well and that you have amazing cast members to work with. That is like golden.
How do you relate to your character? Is she very different from you, or you guys have a lot of similarities?
No, girl, can't you tell? I'm paying my bills. I'm like, I want to see a mother like me on television.
Yeah, right.
I got 3 grown kids, 27, 22, soon to be 17. And, I love Mari because as soon as I read that script, I was like, she's a boss lady.
Uh-huh.
She's like she's helping her husband run that business. She's still got the hots for him. She's still like, yo todavía te lo tengo, papi. She's still got all of that. She loves her kids. She's protective. She takes care of them. It's just a nice, like, multi-layered character. I think they're all multi-layered, but I'm just saying, she's not a typical Latina mom that we've seen in the past, traditional old, like, like backward thinking and stuff. So I just was really and truly excited to play that, and then to make her as much of my own as I possibly could, because I feel like we need to be represented in a different way, especially Latina moms, especially women our age, my age. So yeah.
No, I definitely
she's
agree.
a lot like me.
I love watching your character go from, you go from helping your daughter out, like, oh, do you want me to go with you and get the bathing suit, and then boom, your other son's going through the breakup and you helping him deal with it, and then your husband, like that, I forget what episode it was, where the oven breaks.
Yeah,
and you're the calming voice to be like, listen, we got this.
Exactly.
And it was cool to see that, like, that moment of you playing all those wearing all those hats.
Yeah.
Yes, that truly is who I am at home. I mean, it really is in so many ways. Like, I mean, I run my house. My husband, God bless him, I love him and I adore him. And I would not be able to do this right now without him, because my brain doesn't work this way. Technology, I'm like, Jay. But when it comes to like cooking, cleaning, running the house, the kids, this, that activity, the other thing, sign them up for this, babe, I found this thing. Like, that's me, it's definitely so Mari. And I think that's also why I just was really able to relate to her when I read the script. I was like, oh my God, I've got to play this role. I was like, I have to get this part.
Yeah,
So
what I really love about your character is that even though this character isn't seen in the media, this is the type of woman that I grew up seeing. So it's like, being a Latina woman, you have to learn how to balance your career and your home at the same time.
That's right.
It's not like when, these people, white people, when they be like, oh my God, I can only focus on my career. We have a nanny taking care of them. It's like, no, we have to take care of our career and our children to make sure that they're good. Right. And so just seeing your being so involved, I really felt like, you know what? That's my Thea right there. That's my mom right there, So I really
Exactly. That's how I grew up. I mean, I was raised by the women in my family. My great grandma, my grandma, my titis. They were always pitching in. My sisters pitch in like crazy. My mom pitched in for a little while when my kids were younger, but then I had to move out to LA, and I did have a nanny. I mean, you can't have it, the career that I've had and not have a lot of help. I always say it takes a village, but being a Latina mom, we don't give up the control.
Right.
We'd be like having a nanny would be like, espérate.
Yeah,
Espérate. We are so involved. I was always very hands-on. So I never felt like disconnected in a way where, I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, you're absolutely right on point, where we didn't grow up with that luxury. It was like, yeah, y'all got to figure out a career. I always say I do this whole physical comedy thing with my body. It's X-rated, so I can't do it for y'all right now. But it's about I have to be 15 different people, but it's hilarious. You know what we do. I mean, I'm a girl's girl, so I love women, and I think we are powerhouses. And I just have mad respect for,
Absolutely.
especially my brothers and sisters, my brown and black brothers and sisters who are like holding it together, especially those single moms. That's crazy.
So now,
Yeah.
so take us through the journey. You started in New York.
Mhm.
You come out to LA, but before that, like, what got you interested in getting into acting? What got you going to be like, oh, that's what I want to do?
I started real young. I started real young. I loved music. I'm a singer as well, and I loved music. And so I always had music on in the house constantly. But when I was a little girl, my aunt, my favorite Titi, my Titi Lulde, she took me to go see Funny Girl in the theaters with
Mm.
Barbara Streisand. And I was completely taken by that film. Like, I just wanted to be up on that screen. Her music, her singing, she was beautiful. Her outfits, I was like, oh, I want to do that. And that was it. It was like I had the bug. I was constantly like, if I went to camp, if there was a talent show, I signed myself up. It was a talent night, I signed myself up. I didn't care if you wanted to hear me sing or not. I was like going to be in the play. And I was that kid that always had the family laughing. Yo era una, a clown.
Yeah.
Siempre, imitating different characters. I loved television. And then when I got to high school, I went to the High School Performing Arts. I discovered that. I was like, I want to, study acting. And I started doing theater first with La Familia, a theater company. We performed at prisons and churches. I performed in different schools. And then from there, my titi, again, she took me to my first television audition. I was 14 years old, and it was for a PBS series called Oye Willie, and it was about a Puerto Rican family living in Spanish Harlem. And we did 13 episodes, and I booked my first audition.
Wow.
And it was that was it. Like, that was the start of it. And I was still in high school, so I had to finish high school. But then I got a theater scholarship at Marymount Manhattan College, and and then I was a psychology major in college because our acting teacher was like, you need to study psychology if you want to understand human behavior. And I just kept hustling. It was a hustle, I got myself an agent, and I kept studying as well. And one thing just kind of led to another. And it was a lot of word of mouth. Like when you work with good producers and people who like you, they recommend you for something else. So a lot of my career early on started that way.
Okay.
What would be an
Yeah.
advice that you would give to your younger self?
Oh my gosh. I love this question. And a lot of people ask me this question because I'm like, I'm that old. And I got some wisdom. Um, what I would tell my younger self and what I would love to tell younger people in general is to not doubt themselves, to believe in themselves, to be comfortable in their skin, to know who they are, and then to just embrace that and not let anybody try to change their mind. Because this industry is fear-based and it can build a lot of insecurity. And I have many moments where I was insecure about a lot of things, and that holds you back. And it doesn't create a good artist. And I feel like that's important, you know? And when you really trust yourself and your gut instincts about things, and then you're putting the hard work in, I think that's the right way to go.
Wow.
I love this. I
Yeah,
love the answer.
I totally agree.
Thank
And
you.
I think it even gets harder for the Latino because there is such a lack of representation across the board. So that
Yes.
insecurity even grows even more.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
the one
That
thing
is true.
we love that me and Sasha have been able to sit down with people like yourself and pick your brain, and we're hoping that the people watching realize they're not in this alone. Like, we
Right.
are all going through. To hear someone of your stature say, "Oh, I've got these insecurities as well," it's sort of like,
Absolutely.
what? Lisa Vidal's got those insecurities that I have? Get out of here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that also as people that are Latinos and we're of color and stuff like that, we're always supposed to be all put together when we're putting on up a project. Like we have to show that we have no flaws. While like you see like white characters, they have all these flaws, but when you see a certain Hispanic idol or a show, they have to have no flaws, and it's sometimes it's unrelatable. But we have all these flaws, and they not. I feel like before when you were pitching a show, you have to be so polished, and it's like let us be us, you know. Let that is where the power is in being vulnerable and talking about how we're trying to figure this out. Like, you know, my parents are immigrants, and some of my cousins had to be on welfare, and some of them went the wrong way, and some of them did. That's the true vulnerability. That's where the story is, where
That's
we
right.
all can relate, because that's where we can build off of, you know. And I think that
That's right.
for a very long time, um, these media, the networks and stuff like that, they want something that was like, oh no, we want the Latino that's like arriba arriba, like, you know what I'm saying, and saucy and all this stuff, and it's just like we are so different. We're just humans, and just let us be who we are first, and then let us introduce you to our culture. And I think that
Absolutely.
they didn't let us be human for a long time, and I think this is the perfect time to for us to just be human,
Yes.
you
Well, I
know.
think, I think I embrace my
Yeah,
side. I really do. I mean, part of that is Mari, right?
yeah,
She's real, like, loves to dance. That's who we are as a culture, as Latinos. And it's
right,
nothing to be ashamed of. It's when it's made out to be a caricature
right,
or a negative stereotype that it's a problem. It's not
right.
embracing the beautiful part of ourselves. It's kind of making a joke, right, of us. So that's when it's unacceptable as far as I'm concerned, you know. And the other thing is, I think that I'm a very spiritual person, and as I got stronger and more rooted in my foundation and my spirituality and who I am as a child of God, my confidence just started to burst open. It was like, wait a minute, uh, he loved me more than anything. Oh, I don't care about what any of y'all think.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be who I am.
Absolutely.
So not in an obnoxious way, in an embracing way. And then you know what? I might fit into that or I might not, and that's okay. You know? And I think once we start to learn to accept ourselves the way we are and see ourselves as perfectly made and created, that each one of us has a different gift, there's a purpose for it, and it's all good, and we don't need to be like, crabs in a barrel. Um, that everybody can relax a little bit, and everybody can enjoy the work, the process. And I speak to young actors directly as well when I say this, that it's your time, and what belongs to you is yours, and nobody can take that away. But you need to be ready for it, and you need to be ready to receive it when it comes your way. You know, so that's the thing, the preparation, the working on yourself, the not playing victim, the not making excuses, like really dealing with your stuff and being a true artist as far as putting in the work.
All right.
So I think it's important. It's all those components that come together. And I had to get strict early on in my career because when I was starting out, a lot of what was available were prostitute roles and drug dealers' girlfriends and this one and that, and this kind of thing. And hold on, let me get rid of that call. Um, and I was like, you know what? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't hear you. Espérate. There you are. I said, you know what? No, I don't want to. If this is how my people are going to be consistently represented, and I'm going to be a part of perpetuating that, I
yeah,
don't want it.
Mhm.
I was like, I may not be able to be an actress. And so early on, I told my agent, I said, look, I do not come to me with one more prostitution role, drug dealer girlfriend. I don't want to play a maid again. Did that many times. I'm like, no, if you can't come to me with the strong women characters, the doctors, the lawyers, the family women who are running shit, like the business owners, don't call me about the audition. And that was risky. It really was. But somehow, thank you, God, I found the confidence to say that. And that is when my career started to change.
That's
Mhm.
amazing.
So it was a moment of fearlessness in a way, but it was also something that I felt very strong about not perpetuating. Because I grew up with strong women. I grew up with smart women, educated women, women who were hustlers. You know, my grandmother, even though she wasn't completely educated, like one side was went to college, the other side didn't. She she owned a food truck and she was up at 3 a.m., park at the welfare business and feed everybody. Ajá, ¿qué tú quieres? Yo tengo tostones, arroz con pollo. You know, she was like fierce, man. And she was making her own way. And I feel like that's who I wanted to be representing,
Hmm.
you
So
know? So
you got
sacrifices.
you're on Baker and Beauty. It's a great role for you, but if you had a dream role, what does Lisa Vidal want to do?
Oh my gosh. Are you all going to write it?
We might. We
Maybe.
got time. We in quarantine. We might.
Oh, please, please. Um, Oh my goodness. I have a few different ones. So I don't know why. Maybe it's growing up in New York. Maybe it's because I'm the oldest of four. Like I'm very protective, right? I'm always like I was always that girl, you know, with their girlfriends in the club. Yeah, your girlfriends get drunk and you'd be like, you know, the guys trying to hang all over them, and I'd be like, hey, get off of her. Who are you? Get off, yo, get off of her. Get off of her now. I was that girl. Meanwhile, I was this big, but I didn't care. I didn't care, right? So I've always wanted to play like a Sigourney Weaver role in like Alien. Remember
Yeah.
when she protects the little girl? She like, get away from her, you bitch! And she just,
So actually, that's so dope.
I love her. Oh my god, I want to play that. I want to play a role like that. So I have that. I know everybody. Like my husband cracks up because I've seen Alien like 38 times. Um, I also want to play. I would love to play like a. Do you remember the Julia Roberts movie where she fights for the underdog? She's this attorney,
Oh,
and
Um,
no,
yes,
Erin Brockovich.
yes,
I would love to play something like that. You know,
you,
because I like to fight for the underdog,
you will.
and I thank you, Sasha. Thank you
Sasha's
so
about to
much.
write. Look at her.
You will.
Go for it, Mamita. I'm there. I'm first in line to audition. um, I would love that. I would love to play that. I want to play roles that white women get to play.
Yeah.
One of the women that I look up to is my girlfriend Regina King. I love her career. She gets to be funny, dramatic. She does television. She does film. She directs. We came up together. She's a good friend of mine. I admire her. Taraji Henson is another one. I admire her doing films and directing now and television. I want to get to play all those kinds of roles. And I don't see why I shouldn't be able to.
Why not? Why not?
Why not? Right. Exactly. So we need more open-minded people. We need more people behind the scenes writing for us and saying, "Hey, like what you just said, hey, why not?"
Yeah.
You know.
I
Yeah,
feel like this it became a war cry. We're about to stir some stuff up.
that's right. Yeah, that's
I'm
exciting.
glad I got so excited.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's really exciting, and definitely we need more of that. We
So now,
definitely.
what can we expect for the rest of the season of Baker and the Beauty? Like, what surprises you guys got cooking up for us?
Well, without spoiling anything,
Yeah, don't spoil, 'cause I don't want to get yelled at. Neither
I'm
does.
not gonna. Yeah. No, that wouldn't be good. Uh, it's a real roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Like it's not like cookie cutter and simple, and you're gonna see these characters go through some stuff,
Yeah, we're
because
watching
it's
a
like
love blossom, which, by the way,
right.
I don't count out the girl with the crazy eyes, the ex, because
I know.
she's
I know.
she's got something.
I know. Se ve algo. Algo ahí.
Se ve algo.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm allowed to say that there are 3 beauties and 3 bakers on this show, not just one
Oh.
beauty and one baker. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm allowed to say that, but
Who are
the beauty of this is playing the reality of, like, let's say somebody like a Jennifer Lopez or a Madonna or a, Selena Gomez, or like some humongous celebrity comes into your very simple family life. What would that look like? How would that change your life, right? How would that change your relationships? How would that change the way you engage with each other? So we're going to explore all of that in the show. And what I love is that we explore it through comedy, through drama, through moments of surprise. And, some are some are really funny, and then some are really intense.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot going on the show as far as emotional for the audience. Yeah, it's juicy stuff.
Yeah,
It's got some juicy stuff coming.
that is. That's like it makes me feel like the novelas that I used to grow up watching, that me and my family would just come together and watch Marimar. It gives me like even though it's not the same story, but it gives me that Marimar feel where it's just like this humble family that's just, breaking bread together. And then this
Right.
celebrity comes and it's just like, oh my God. It really took me
Right.
back to like my 5-year-old, 7-year-old self. And my little love heart just be like, oh my God, love exists, So it
Right.
there. And that's one thing that I would like to say about the show is that it brings back the magic that we've been missing, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really keeps you watching and wanting more. And that's what's missing. Just
Yeah.
the magic.
I agree with you. When we were shooting the show, we felt magic.
Yeah.
We felt something. We were like, wow, this is special. This is special.
Now for the
We did
show,
feel that.
like with some movies, some shows, they'll take you through training. Did you guys have to go through culinary baking training?
Right.
Or
The guys did. Carlos Gomez, Victor Rastuk, and David Del Rio, who play my husband Rafael. Victor plays Daniel, my oldest son, and David Del Rio plays Mateo, my middle son. Yeah, they had to spend 6 hours a day for, I don't know how long, 2 weeks or something like that. I can't remember, baking.
yeah.
Me and Belisa got to eat everything they baked.
Yeah, how do y'all not put on like 20 pounds on this show?
Needless to say, we gained some weight on this show. It was hilarious, actually. All of us. It was hysterical. Carlos and I used to tease each other about going to the craft service table, especially because it wasn't like regular craft service. It was like tostones. It was like guineitos. It was like, oh my God, how can you say no to that? So, but yeah, no, because Natalie and Madi kind of run the business. They kind of keep it organized. They work the front counters and everything. The guys do the baking. So.
Yeah, 'cause I think that's the one issue I have with the show. I'm watching you, girl, and you're glowing. I'm like, she's not even sweating. She's not putting on weight. What kind of bakery is this?
It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Trust me. Yes, I was. And this quarantine, coming home to damn quarantine does not help, because all I'm doing is eating. And I'm like, I'm not going to the gym the way I usually do. So I'm like, ay, Dios mío. Ay, ese traje no me sirve. Dios mío, what am I going to do?
So,
Estos pantalones me quedan un poquito pegados.
my wife showed me a meme the other day. She's like, "Oh, the buttons on my jeans are practicing social distancing right now." I was like,
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
I'm like, I tell my girlfriends, Mira, I have a pernil following me and behind me everywhere I go. I don't know where it came from. It's like a pernil on my ass. No joke. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, oh my God. But my husband, of course, is like, I like it, honey. I like it.
I really love this comment where it says, love you, Lisa Vidal. You rocked in Mary Jane. You did well representing us Latinas. And I think
wow.
feel this way. Like, this is so true. A lot of people feel this way. So this is great.
Thank you, Claudia.
I don't know about you, but I have a sweet tooth. What's your go-to, if you're in a bakery, what's your go-to sweet to pick up?
Oh, man. I'm an ice cream girl. I love ice cream. As far as I like anything with coconut. And believe it or not, I love anything with marzipan. Like the almondy paste.
Yeah.
Something like that. I do love the little pastelito de guava. And my grandma used to also buy guava with the cheese. Remember the guava and the cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
I live near Portos, and sometimes we go over there and get those guava strudels with the oh.
Oh my God. Yeah, those are good.
I love
Those
tres
are
leches.
good.
Tres leches?
Tres leches. Tres leches is good.
Yeah.
Tres leches is good. Puerto Rico, we had the best coconut flan at this one restaurant, this flamenco restaurant. It was out of control because I'm a coconut girl. I love coconut.
See, Sasha
So good.
quarantine's been doing this cupcake diet.
I've been eating a lot of cupcakes. Like I've been eating it like
Cupcake diet.
yeah, because all right, the other day
I love how the word diet is after it.
Oh, you gotta
Cupcake
put it in.
diet.
It makes it sound more official. Makes it sound healthy.
right. It's just like
Try with anything. I'm on that cookie diet. Oh,
okay.
Right.
The other day I was like, tengo un problema. The other day I'm like, no, yo tengo un problema en serio because I bought like 32 cupcakes and I'm by myself. Like I'm by myself.
What?
Breakfast, before breakfast, after breakfast, before
Oh my gosh.
lunch. It's really bad. I'm calming down now, but
Girl, you look good for eating some 32 cupcakes.
I know, pero se me estaba haciendo para la barriguita. Y yo tenía una barriguita.
De verdad. Okay.
Yeah.
did you go out and get them, or
Okay.
did you have them delivered?
Whatever I gotta do. Let's just say that. Whatever I
Because my question is, if you got them
Whatever I
delivered,
gotta
my question is, if you got them delivered,
She's
would
like-
you play up like there was other people in the house. What y'all want? Vanilla? Yeah, let me get
Exactly.
vanilla.
Yo voy para allá.
Mira, ella tiene un hazmat suit in the back. Yo me lo pongo y vengo y lo recojo sin problema. No te apures.
Heck yeah, girl. That's how real it is. Anthony. That's how real it is.
Oh, that's funny.
Before
I
we
love that.
go, we've been doing this thing called quarantine confession, where we get you to confess something that people may not know. It doesn't have to be big. So if you don't tell us you're hiding bodies anywhere. It could be something small.
Yeah.
I
Whether
was
it's
going to say that, Eric. I was
whether it's
going
a
to say
classic
that.
movie or
Damn it.
show you haven't watched or something. Ready? I'll give you one. I'm gonna confess something right now. I don't eat eggs.
Oh.
I don't eat eggs. My mom used to like for breakfast with scrambled eggs. Nope, don't eat them.
Wow.
Never.
That's really weird.
I know.
I love eggs.
Texture. I just can't get. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've tried.
I love it. What's yours, Sasha?
I've been hiking. I don't know if that's really social distancing, but I've been going out. I've been going out, but I've been away from people, but hiking. I've been hiking. Because I know that like you're not supposed to be hiking, right?
Now you can hike as long as there's no.
No, you can. Yeah, social distance.
Well, I don't know. I
Huevito con frijoles negros.
well, yeah, that's good.
Somebody wrote. That's
Yeah,
yummy.
that's good. But that's pretty much it. Like
I need to hike more, actually.
I need to get out of the house because I've been alone with my thoughts, and I know that I have to stay inside, but I need to go out.
No, I know.
Wow.
I hear you, girl. I hear you. I know. Well, I guess my confession would be I've been drinking before 5.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
No.
I'm like, 5 o'clock. That's too long.
Yeah, man. I love that. Yeah.
I'm like, I need my vasito de vinito a las 3, por favor.
Through all of this, my wife's been working from home, and she'll have these like Zoom happy hours. The other day, she's like, "Oh, it's happy hour." I'm like, "It's 11. What are you doing?"
Right.
Start early. I'm like, "All right."
Have you guys? Oh my God, that reminds me. Have you guys seen that funny thing that one of those videos going around now during quarantine where this lady's in her robe? It's early in the morning. She's on her porch and she's like, "Hey, careful over there." God, it's only 10:30 in the morning and she has a big ass glass of wine. I was dying. Oh my God, I was dying. I was like, I get you, girl. I got you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
for
yes.
your time. Everybody, please go watch The Baker and the Beauty Mondays on ABC 10/9 Central.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, you guys.
Much for coming on the show with us.
Yeah, you're so amazing.
Thank
for
you.
presenting us in a great light, and
Thank
can't
you.
wait to
Thank you.
We can't wait to
I
see.
love you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for being wonderful. You guys are awesome, and I love supporting what you do too, and love watching you. And I'm just proud of you guys too. So thank you so much, and for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. And everybody should know also that they can catch the show on Hulu and ABC.com, just in case they need to catch up if they haven't seen the show.
Love
They
it.
won't be sorry.
Yes, definitely. All right. Thank you so much, Lisa. Take care.
Bye,
God
Lisa.
bless, guys. Take care.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye. Take care. Stay healthy.